Hey guys, Art here, Off the Dome Media Group. In this one, we're going to be talking about where to get your drone application and how to fill it out. Be right back. Okay, guys, you've taken the FAA Part 107 class or you studied on your own. You passed the class, however you did it. Congrats. But now it's time to submit your application for your license. And nothing. You can't remember how or where to do it.
I'm a unitard!
Or maybe you haven't taken your test yet, but you want to know where to go and how to apply when you do pass. No worries. I got you. I'm going to put you in the know right now. Let's go to the computer. Alright guys, we're here at the IACRA website. IACRA, of course, again stands for Integrated Airman Certification and Rating Application. So we'll be doing everything related to our Remote Pilot 107 certificate, our application process. Make sure you're going to iacra.faa.gov. Anything other than that is not the official FAA website. So what we're going to do here is, this is just the front page, obviously. It says new to IACRA if you want to check it out. They have a new user's guide. Basically explains the process. We're going to run through it really quickly and take a look at this. So we're going to do this in two steps because I'm already registered in here. I'm going to go through. I've emptied everything out, my username and my password field, which we'll set up in a few seconds. I'm going to do a mock person, and once you're registered, then you actually click login, and then I'll go through there. I won't go through the whole process, obviously, but I'll sign in and kind of show you around a little bit. So what you're going to do is you're going to click register. And my internet has been running kind of slow this evening, so bear with me. We have up here applicant, instructors, different classes and so forth, certifying officers, admin, and then of course TOS, or terms of services. You're going to have to read and accept. Part of life everywhere you go. So anyway, you're going to click applicant, and then you're going to click agree to terms of service and continue. So now once you're done with that, the first thing you're going to see is certificate information, airman certificate number. You don't have that, so you're going to leave that blank. Then we'll come down to personal information. Okay, so enter your first name. So for today will be Joe Pilot. So my first name is Joe. Let's say I have no middle name. Make sure if you don't have a middle name, you check the box no middle name, and then NMN will come up for no middle name. Last name is Pilot, so we're Joe Pilot. Suffix, if you have a suffix, we're going to say no, we don't have one. You'll see Social Security number. Don't freak out, it's not required. You can just check do not use. Date of birth, we'll say we'll say 044. Okay, we'll go with that. 1984. Having typing issues. 1984. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure. Sex, male. Hair color. Let's say brown. Yeah, I know I don't have hair. Eye color, brown. Weight in pounds, so we'll say, hypothetically, we'll say 180. Height, 72 inches. Phone number, we'll say 123-456-7890. Email address, Joe Pilot 4 at say gmail.com. Citizenship, I'm assuming you're in the United States, so we'll pull the drop down menu. We're going to go United States. City of birth, we'll say Chicago. County, we'll say Cook County. And country of birth, United States. State, of course, would be Illinois. Okay. Residential address, we'll just pick something. 1060 West Addison. And I don't know if there's any Chicago fans out there that are watching, but you may recognize that address. Chicago, Illinois, 60613. Country, United States. Now there's a validate residential address there. Just click that just to make sure the system's actually able to find your address, because you don't want to have any problems with your hard card getting mail. So the validated address is, it went from, this is what I entered, 1060 West Addison, and this is what it came up with, Addison Street. So we'll click continue. That address is Wrigley Field for any Cub fans that might be watching. Security questions. Let's see. Favorite place to visit as a child? The airport, of course. And favorite holiday destination? Let's say anywhere that requires flying. Now, of course, you got to remember these, so make sure you write them down. And username Joe Pilot 4. You'll put a password in. Okay. So anyway, so you'll put the your username in, password. Make sure it matches. Make sure it is very strong. Of course, they suggest 12 and 50 characters, upper, lowercase, yada yada yada, so forth. So what you're gonna do once that's done, this is just the first step. This is actually just registering. So now you'll click register, and it will send you a confirmation email, and then you'll be able to go back and actually sign in to actually make the application. So we're going to take a break, and then because I'm not going to click register because I'm already registered, but what I'll do is I'll jump over to mine. All right, guys, we're back here. As you see, I'm already registered. My username and password are already there. So you'll come back. You'll get a confirmation email. At this point, to complete the process, or to continue the process, you're gonna simply click login. So now when you click login, you're gonna get another screen where you have to accept terms of services and so forth. So you click accept TOS as applicant. Alright guys, as you see, these are my existing applications. Right now it's just one, but it'll show you my start date, 10/29/2017 was when I entered my information. I started the process to get my certificate, and that's the application number, which will be over here, which you can't see because it's blurred out, but that's the application number, the start date, the knowledge test, status started, and status date. Okay, then down here you'll see my application number again, start date 11/5, which is a different start date because that's when it hit the actual airman registry and it was completed. So down here you'll see airman certificate rating, my certificate number, which of course is blurred out, and type is remote pilot, rating S UAS, or small unmanned aerial system. So now anyway, when you get to this screen, it's going to be blank. Nothing is going to be there. So what you're going to do is you're going to click start new application. Okay, so this will come up, and on the side you'll see user information. You'll have your FTN number, which is your FAA tracking number from when you started the process, user, and enroll, which is applicant, and other links on the side. So now what you're going to do right here, there's a drop down menu, type of application. You're going to click, you're going to select pilot. It's going to populate at this point. So you have your different types of pilots. So yeah, you do everything here: airline, transport, commercial, private, recreational, sport, student, remote, and flight review instrument proficiency check. You're going to click remote pilot. Okay, so we're back. So now we have remote pilot. Now, the second section, or the third section, I should say, populated. Other path information, certificate, category or class, small unmanned aircraft system. And then it gives you some instructions. Remote pilot. Please note, without a pilot certificate, or if you only hold a student pilot certificate, you must take the remote pilot knowledge test. Okay, so now you see a little note, remote pilot. Please note, without a pilot certificate, and in parentheses, or if you only hold a student pilot certificate, you must take the remote pilot's knowledge test and associate it to your application before the application can be submitted. Okay, so then you'll click Start Application. So these are the sections: personal information, supplementary data, can't speak, basis of issuance, and review and submit. So this is basically everything right here. So let me open this up. What you'll start with is basically all your information in here: your full name, your date of birth, your sex, citizenship, hair color, eye color, weight, height, city of birth, basic information, phone number, and email address. Okay, residential address is this is where you want your card to be mailed. You can't use a PO box or a business address. Okay, so this is your mailing address. You'll click Save and Continue. Supplementary data: English. Do you read, speak, write, or understand the English language? Drug convictions: have you ever been convicted of violation of any federal or state statutes relating to narcotics, drugs, marijuana, yada yada yada. Any comments you want to put in here, click Save and Continue. Basis of issuance: remote pilot. Completion of knowledge test, you're going to check that box. Okay. Form of identification: what you should have used at the testing facility should have been driver's license, the state identification number, and your expiration date. That information you will have to fill out. Click Save and Continue. Okay. Here is where you'll enter your knowledge test exam ID. This is the associating part. Okay. This is how they will link you to the test that you took and will pull it up in the system. So you enter that, click search, and it should pop up. In this section right here, it says Associated Knowledge Test. Okay. Once that pops up and that populates, that means it's in the system. Down here it says it can take up to 48 hours. It probably took about that for me, but you can just check back and it'll populate. Save and continue always. And then review and submit. Have you ever been denied remote pilot certificate for any reason? Medical condition that can keep you from flying or obtaining or holding this certificate. There'll be a submit button down here that'll show up. I don't know why it's not there, but so probably because I didn't complete everything. This is basically the entire process. You will complete all your information and you will be able to sign in and check your status. As we saw, it may take a little while, but the system does work. So anyway, I don't want to bore you to death. This is pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, any comments, throw them in the description box below. Okay, there you have it. Pretty straightforward. There are specific steps involved that you have to do, but it's pretty easy. If you have any questions about the process, feel free to put them in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you. For those of you that don't already have your license, check out remotepilot101.com with over 8,000 tests passed, a constantly updated course for life with everything you need to pass your test on the first time, all in one place. Link is in the description below. As always, comment, like, follow, and share, and of course, fly safe. Peace.